Good evening. It's a special day today as dads are being honored around the world. Just outside the city, the Border City Aviation Club offered a unique flying experience for dads and their kids in small aircrafts. And as Annika Knopfe reports, it was a hit as hundreds of people flooded the tarmac to take part earlier today.
And they're off. Robert Belanger is excited to take his kids on a plane ride. He was steps away from becoming a pilot when he was younger, but had to drop out because of an injury, and says planes are still dear to his heart.
I was actually part of the Air Cadets when I was a kid. We used to go flying all the time. My dad was in the Air Force too and stuff like that. I've lived my whole life around airplanes.
We kind of just saw the planes going over our house this morning when we were out on our deck, so we just decided to come here.
Literally flying over our heads, so like, we've never done it, so let's do it.
Organizers say this year participation numbers are the highest they've ever seen, and a few contributing factors to that are publicity through social media and, of course, Mother Nature.
And the weather. The weather makes the big difference in aviation, especially for pleasure flying. If it gets rainy and miserable, some of us may push on, but other people, they'll stay home, have another cup of coffee, so the weather is the biggest factor.
He says they've been doing this for 30 years now, and it's special to see how it's become a generational tradition.
Where dads say, I came here as a kid with my dad, now these dads are bringing their kids, so we're seeing now a generation pass us by and passing on the torch, so to speak.
It introduces a lot of people to flying. Maybe somewhere down the road the kid will want to be a pilot or whatever.
They always ask me questions about airplanes whenever we see one flying by.
But I'm going to fly a helicopter.
Annika Knopfe, Newcap News.
From space to Earth, several Lloydminster Comprehensive High School students had the chance to partake in a big project involving growing seeds that have been in space for more than a year. They were in Saskatoon over the weekend using a state-of-the-art facility to find out the differences between seeds from outer space and Earth.
I just left out the water this morning, and this is what it kind of looks like now, leaving it out.
It's an exciting time for these science club members as they do an experiment not many have done before. The students use the University of Saskatchewan synchrotron facility to use the space seeds retired astronaut Chris Hadfield came back with to find out what happens when being exposed by cosmic radiation.
They're going to actually look at the elemental and chemical differences between seeds that have been exposed to space versus seeds that have never left orbit.
We've been working with these plants for 100 days as of Sunday, and when we get to actually find something new, that thrill I'd love to be part of making history.
We could potentially find out something that, like I said before, that no one else knows.
The synchrotron, in simpler terms, is a bigger advanced microscope. Proctor says there are significant differences compared to the seeds that grow on Earth.
The seeds that have gone to space, they germinate first, they grow taller, they produce more leaves. For everything that we can see through microscopes and with just our bare eyes, they look healthier.
They're starting to grow mutations, as well as they grow a lot more mature than they should be.
The plants have grown to 2 feet tall, and the tomatoes that have grown on them is believed to be safe to eat. But it's more than just finding out if the tomatoes are edible.
I hope to learn that what real science is about, like doing an actual experiment that you've never done before.
I'm hoping they actually get to see the real scientific method rather than come to a class, do a lab that's been done by everyone.
A Turtleford man is the first ever Canadian recipient of an international Mensa Award. Mensa is an organization of members who have been intellectually tested to be in the foundation. Dave Smith was on the receiving end of 2 awards. The International Intellectual Benefits to Society Award was given for his personal volunteer involvement in seniors' homes, and the Copper Black International Award for creative achievement. He works as a consultant and has developed hands-on training programs for electrical safety and has built 3 mobile labs.
College and university systems have no ability to provide hands-on training at these levels, so we've invested heavily in these 3 mobile labs. In the variety of things that we do, we want to build a better world, and the part of the Intellectual Benefits to Society Award was based upon the professional building a better world.
110,000 people are in the Mensa group. Anyone can take the intellectual speed test. For more information, visit the website at mensafoundation.org.